Hey y'all, it's your girl, Ganjane, and we about to get into this tea, honey. So let's do it. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have so much content I'm working on, but for now, let's just get into episode 19 of Baddies East. So the episode starts with the girls still at the club, you know, dancing, turning up, and to my surprise, Suki and Roly were able to squash their beef. They kind of settled their differences and were able to talk as grown women and just squash the beef. I'm just glad that they were able to, just dead the issue, because a lot of women, especially black women, tend to hold grudges. So I really thought that, it was going to be some beef forever. But I guess it's good that they were able to, just let it go. Then the next day, House A and House B have their separate sit downs and just talk about everything. House B didn't really talk about anything important, but Sky pretty much lets the girls know that they'll be going to Chachuca. Then House A has their sit down, and Roly basically tells them that her and Suki squashed the beef, and that everything was cool. But she then tells Mariah Lynn that Suki got a problem with Mariah Lynn. Allegedly, Mariah Lynn's been going around telling people that she want to fight Suki and just like talking down on her, I guess. But mind you, remember when they had their little dinner before they left New York? Suki had made a post saying that Mariah Lynn and a few other girls should go home. So I'm guessing Mariah Lynn still feels some type of way about that. And then Roly basically says that Mariah had said that she wanted more money to be paid to her to fight Suki. So at this point, Sapphire, Roly, and Mariah Lynn start going back and forth. Sapphire just doesn't like how she's been telling everybody else how she feels about Suki and not telling Suki directly. Then Roly starts getting irate because she felt like Mariah Lynn was trying to make her look fake, I guess. So she starts getting in her face and calling her weird and all this stuff, and Mariah basically just walks off. She felt super ganged up on, and she felt like Sapphire was like getting bold with her, but couldn't fight E.T. when E.T. threw that drink in Suki's face though. So then Roly and the other baddies head to the Sprinter, and Mariah's still out there, so Mariah and Roly start like going back and forth again. Then Mariah Lynn calls Roly weird, and Roly throws something at her, and then Mariah, I think, threw like a water bottle or something, or at least tried to throw a water bottle back at her big ass. I just feel like Roly is such a shit starter. Like, she causes so much drama, and it's just like, girl, if you don't sit the hell down somewhere. I don't know, she was annoying as fuck in this episode. Roly trying to check her over Suki, but it's like both of y'all was on the Sprinter talking shit about her, showing little clips of her little like sex tape or whatever the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of y'all was being fake. So like, nobody should be checking nobody at this point. And my thing is, like, Roly, you didn't hear her call your son ugly? Like I said, I'm glad they settled their differences, but it's like, at the same time, like, once you bring my kids into it, it ain't no settling shit. Like, I don't know. I understand people say things in the heat of the moment, but it's like certain things are just like, that's just one of the most disrespectful things you can do to somebody. But anywho, House A and House B get on their sprinters and head to Chuka Adventures. The girls were turning up. It really looked like they had a blast. Everybody was shaking ass, drinking, you know, just turning up basically. And they got on these little bamboo rafts and went up and down the river. Biggie and Mariah Lynn were on a raft together, and Suki and Sapphire were on a raft together. So as Suki and Sapphire's raft passes Biggie and Mariah Lynn's raft, Suki basically starts talking shit to Mariah. She starts saying her pussy stank. Ooh, it stinks. She honestly just killed the whole vibe. Like, everything just went left. But given what she was told, I understand why she was trying to be petty, because everybody in the house has been telling her that Mariah Lynn wants to fight her. So Mariah Lynn and Biggie had to get off of the bamboo raft. So they do so. And Mariah Lynn basically starts, you know, going back and forth with Suki and Sapphire while they're still on their raft. But then Sapphire gets off the raft and she's like pacing back and forth around Mariah like she finna do some shit. Then Sapphire basically says that Mariah Lynn had said that Rolly was mad because Suki had said fuck her ugly ass son. Mariah Lynn straight up denies this, and it sets off Sapphire. But even if Mariah Lynn did say that, which I kind of do believe she did, it wasn't a lie. Like, she definitely said that Rolly has an ugly ass son. I remember seeing that while they were arguing in the Jamaican restaurant. So Sapphire decides to get bold, and she's like, you know, getting in Mariah's face, and like, you know, it just seemed like she was ready to fight the girl. I think it was more so of her making up to Suki because she didn't fight E.T., which is crazy to me. Like, if you're gonna have all this energy for Mariah, you should have had that same energy for E.T. when she threw the fucking drink. Period, point blank. So then Mariah Lynn takes her little itty bitty purse off of her shoulder, and Sapphire seems to think that that's a fighting gesture. I'm sorry, but I really feel like Sapphire is lame as fuck. Like, you really couldn't stand up for your friend at the restaurant, but now you're trying to get buck with this little itty bitty bitch. Like, come on now. At this point, I think she's just picking on Mariah Lynn because she feels like she owes Suki.
You're gonna get the big Z.
She kept saying throughout the episode, oh, I'm gonna make it up to her. Oh, I'm gonna make it up to her. Yeah, it's giving you're a scary ass bitch and you're scared of E.T. Period. Because you can feel however you want to feel about Mariah Lynn, but at the end of the day, it doesn't trump what E.T. did to your friend. You know? So, yeah, I definitely feel like she's just scared of her. I just feel like Sapphire only, like, gets buck with bitches who she feels are weak. Just like she did Smiley. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't have done that to Rolly. You wouldn't have done that to E.T. You damn sure wouldn't have done it to Taseki. But as Mariah Lynn was trying to talk to Suki to come to an understanding, Sapphire decides to swing her little ass in the river, and girl, they get to squabbling in the river. Sapphire claims her problem with Mariah Lynn is that she felt like she was plotting on Suki. But I just think that's complete and utter bullshit. I feel like it's just an excuse. I really think she did it to prove her loyalty to Suki. It definitely felt forced. Like, yeah, at this point, it's giving you're just a weak ass bitch. But yeah, that's pretty much how the episode ends. Next week shall be interesting, to say the least. But anywho, thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to my subscribers. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. You have no idea what that means to me. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe for your girl and hit that like while you at it, okay? Much love to you all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.